We spend our lives trying to control things that we can't. Outcomes, timelines, people, perceptions. And when reality doesn't bend to our expectation, we feel stress, frustration, or even failure. But the truth is that control is often an illusion. And learning to let go of it is one of the most freeing, empowering skills that you can ever master. Because peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from controlling yourself within everything. I'm your host, Isaac, and today on the Standards of Excellence podcast, we're exploring letting go of the need for control. How releasing that grip could actually give you more power, more clarity, and more peace than control alone ever could. I get it. Control feels safe. It gives us a sense of order, that if we can manage every detail, life will go according to some grand old plan. But that's the paradox. The tighter you try to hold on, the more anxious you actually become. You can't control the traffic, the weather, even other people's behavior. You can't control every outcome, no matter how prepared you are. And yet, we try, and we exhaust ourselves in the process. True strength isn't found in control, it's found in composure. The ability to stay calm when things don't go your way. When you release the illusion of control, you gain something more powerful, influence. Because influence is built on adaptability, not force. Let's start with something simple. Traffic. You're late, you're frustrated. You can feel your pulse rising as the minutes slip away. You can't move the cars ahead of you. You can't speed up the clock. What you can control is your breath, your music, and how you respond. You can choose to be calm instead of feeling chaotic. Now scale that up to something bigger. Maybe a business leader who tries to micromanage every single employee. They obsess over every minute detail, every email, every small decision. And instead of improving performance, they're actively destroying trust and creativity. When they finally learn to delegate, to trust their team, something interesting happens. Productivity skyrockets. Morale improves dramatically. Simply by letting go of control, they gained more control over the outcomes. Because control built on fear collapses, but control built on trust expands. Psychologically speaking, the need for control comes from a place of fear. Fear of uncertainty, fear of failure, or fear of being vulnerable. The human brain craves predictability. It feels safe when it can map out what's coming next. But life by nature is unpredictable. So when you try to force certainty where there isn't any, you actually end up creating tension between what is and what you wish it was. That's why letting go of control, it's not a weakness, it's acceptance. However, acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means seeing reality clearly and choosing your response intentionally. In mindfulness psychology, this is called radical acceptance. It's the understanding that peace doesn't come from changing the world, but from changing your relationship to it. Let's take a real-world example from sports. Elite athletes train obsessively. They practice every moment, every scenario, every potential outcome. But when game day comes, the one who performs best are not the ones that try to control every detail. They're the ones who trust in their preparation and flow within the moment. A basketball player who tries to force every shot loses their rhythm. A quarterback who tries to control every variable hesitates. But when they let go, when they allow instinct and training to take over, they move with freedom and precision, and the most important, confidence. Letting go doesn't mean losing focus. It means trusting the work you've already done. You can't control the bounce of the ball, but you can control your attitude, your reaction, and your effort. That's the essence of excellence, not domination, but discipline. Let's take it one step deeper, into relationships. Many conflicts in relationship come from the need to control, trying to make someone act a certain way, feel a certain way, or think the way that you want them to think. But you can't control another person's emotion. You can only control your communication, your respect, and ultimately your response. When you stop trying to control people, you start connecting with them. It's no coincidence that the healthiest relationships, whether that's romantic, professional, or family, are built on boundaries and trust, not scared domination. You don't build peace by winning control. You build peace by releasing it. So how do you actually practice letting go of control while still staying disciplined and driven? Here's a framework that you can start applying today. Step 1, identify what is within your control. Draw a mental line. On one side, list what you can control: your attitude, effort, integrity, preparation. On the other side, list the things that you can't control: the outcome, the opinions, the timing. Focus only on your side of the line. Step 2, replace control with clarity. Instead of trying to manage everything, seek understanding. Ask better questions, listen more, and respond less. Step 3, trust your systems. If you've built strong habits and routines, let them work. Control is a sign of doubt. Trust is a sign of discipline. Step 4, practice release daily. When something doesn't go your way, the traffic, the plan, the delays, take a breath and say, this is outside of my control, but I'm still in charge of me. Letting go isn't a one-time event, it's a daily discipline. Surrender isn't giving up, it's showing up without resistance. When you stop trying to control everything, you start flowing with what is. And from that flow, your best self emerges, calm, clear, and powerful. Because real control isn't about forcing outcomes, it's about mastering your own response. You don't have to manage everything to master yourself. So today, release what's outside of your reach and double down on what's within it. Because the less you chase control, the more control you truly gain. Thanks for listening to the Standards of Excellence podcast. If today's message brought you clarity or calm, share it with someone who needs to hear that letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. Until next time, pursue excellence, let your life happen without controlling every outcome, and make today matter.